Today let us take up Indian Contract Act 1872, in which we are going to see the particular section 2B, that is acceptance. The acceptance is preliminary to the contract, and now in the particular section deals about the acceptance. Three things we are going to see in acceptance: define an acceptance. Second thing, state the theory of Anson. And third thing, what are the essential conditions for a valid acceptance? These three subtopics we are going to see in this video. First, we will see what define the acceptance. Section 2B defines the acceptance. Acceptance is defined as when the person to whom the proposal is made or the offer is made and signifies his assent thereto, the proposal is said to be accepted. That is, when the offerer is made an offer or proposal to another person, that is called offeree, and he signifies his assent. He gives the assent to the offer or proposal, then it becomes acceptance. That is the meaning of the section 2B. So here offer is there, that is proposal. The assent is given by the offeree, then it is called the proposal is said to be accepted. Then if the proposal is said to be accepted, then it is known as promise. Then if it is promise, then it becomes contract. The proposal when accepted becomes a contract. The other factors will also be there that we are going to see the next video. That is, consideration should be there. Those things we will see in the next video. Now, next thing is theory of Anson. What the theory of Anson stipulates, that is, it clearly indicates the relation between offer and acceptance. What the offer and acceptance is giving a simile or an example or equivalent to that. Like that is Ranson giving an example. According to Sir William Anson, an acceptance is to offer what a lighted match to a train of gunpowder. So he is comparing the offer and acceptance to a gunpowder train with and also lighted match. The effect of observation is that what acceptance triggers cannot be recorded. That means when the offer is triggered by acceptance, when the lighted match is triggers the gunpowder, it explodes. Similarly, when the acceptance is made, the offer is triggered by the offeree. That is the meaning. But there is a choice to the person who had the train to remove it. But before accepting, the offeree can remove the acceptance. That is, he need not send the acceptance. That is the meaning. That is, there is a choice to the person who had the train to remove it before the match is applied. Even before the match is applied, only when the match is applied, the gunpowder will explode. Similarly, when the acceptance is made, then only the offer is given life. The contract is taking shape. Before the acceptance is taken away, then it is not taking shape. That is always with the offering. Then it in effect means that the offer can be withdrawn just before it is accepted. So it effects means that the offer can be withdrawn just before it is accepted. So the offer can be withdrawn by even before the acceptance is made. Once acceptance is made, it is taking shape. So the offerer cannot send the offer or proposal, or even before acceptance, the offerer can stall the proceedings. That is the meaning. it can affect, it is in effect means that the offer can be withdrawn just before it is accepted. So once accepted by the offeree, the proposal comes to end, the proposal is taking shape, then it is becoming promise, it is contract. So the offer can be withdrawn even before accepted. Then acceptance converts the offer into a promise, and then it is too late to remove it. So once accepted means then we cannot withdraw it. That is another thing. Then train of gunpowder offer in itself is inert. So the gunpowder is inert. The offer is inert, but it is the lighted match, the acceptance, which causes the powder to explode. So acceptance only initiate the action. So the acceptance is said to be the lighting of the gunpowder. Then so acceptance is very very important to the offer. Then the significance of this is an offer is in itself cannot be a contract or cannot create legal issue. So on the offer cannot create any legal issue. Just I am telling that I will offer my car for rupees something to B. Only when B accepts it, so I will purchase, I will take the car for this much of specified amount by A, then only it takes shape. So the acceptance by the offeree is very very important. Then only legal relationship is created. The another thing, once an offer accepted, it becomes promise, and promise which cannot be revoked. So when the promise is accepted or the offer is accepted, it becomes promise, it becomes a contract, then which cannot be revoked or withdrawn. Then offer when accepted becomes contract, otherwise offer is an offer. So by giving the offer, the matter is not taking shape, the contract is not taking shape. Then legal rules regarding acceptance. What are the legal rules for valid acceptance? 1. Acceptance can be given by the person to whom offer is made. That is, acceptance can be given by the persons. Suppose the offer is made by one person, only the offeree should give the acceptance, because it is to him only the offer is made. In case of specific offer, it can be accepted only by the person to whom it is made. If it is specific offer, then it is to be made by the person to whom it is specifically made. That is the offer. Then acceptance must be absolute, and there should not be any unqualified. It should be unqualified. There should not be any remarks in that. Suppose there should not be any variance. There should not be any conditions to be stipulated by the acceptance. So what are the conditions laid down by the offerer that should be accepted in the same manner by the offeree? And the another thing, the acceptance must be communicated properly, to communicated to the offeree, and the offeree should also communicate the acceptance. And mode of acceptance, next thing is the acceptance must be on the prescribed mode. Suppose if the offerer or the offer is the proposal is made with a specific condition that the acceptance should be through email, means that should be through email only. Through post means post only. Suppose if it is made in another way, it is not an acceptance. So for example, in illustration, the party is the offerer is asking the offeree to send the acceptance along with the goods in the train, but they are sending thinking that the post will go earlier. They are sending the acceptance through post, but the post is coming late than the wagon. So this cannot be accepted like that. The proposal, it must be accepted in the same manner prescribed by the offerer. Offerer, acceptance, by offering, proposal accepted, then it becomes contract. So these terms we should understand. Offerer, the person who makes the proposal to sell the goods or to supply something, and it should be acceptance by the offeree, and the proposal should be accepted and it should be communicated, then it becomes, the proposal becomes contract. So these things should also be known. தமிழில் அக்செப்டட் ஒரு சம்மதம், டிஃபைன் அக்செப்டன்ஸ், சம்மதம் என்பது என்ன, அவைகளின் வகை என்ன, ஆன்சன் தியரி என்ன என்பது என்ன என்பதை பற்றி பார்த்திருக்கின்றோம். ஒரு ஆஃபர் செய்யப்படுகிறது, அந்த ஆஃபரை இன்னொருவர் ஆஃபரி அதனை சம்மதிக்க வேண்டும். அவ்வாறு சம்மதித்தால் அது கான்ட்ராக்ட் ஆகிறது, ஒப்பந்தம் ஆகிறது. அதற்கான கண்டிஷன்ஸு எந்தவித ரிமார்க் இருக்கக்கூடாது. அன்குவாலிஃபைடு, குவாலிஃபைடு, தேர் ஷுட் நாட் பி எனி கண்டிஷனல் ரிமார்க்ஸ் இருக்கக்கூடாது. அதோடு அல்லாமல் இட் ஷுட் பி அப்சல்யூட், முழுமையாக இருக்க வேண்டும். அது கம்யூனிகேட் பண்ண வேண்டும். இந்த அக்செப்டன்ஸை கம்யூனிகேட் பண்ண வேண்டும். நான் இதை நீங்கள் கொடுக்கின்ற பொருளை நான் வாங்கிக் கொள்கின்றேன், இந்த நீங்கள் சொல்லியிருக்கின்ற அந்த கண்டிஷனுக்கு உட்பட்டு வாங்கிக் கொள்கிறேன், நான் உங்களுடைய சம்மதத்தை ஏற்றுக்கொள்கிறேன் என்று சம்மதம் அனுப்ப வேண்டும். அப்பொழுதுதான் அந்த கான்ட்ராக்ட் நிறைவு பெறுகிறது. ஸோ வித் திஸ் we conclude this video.